Supreme Magus, Web Novel, Chapter 417, Present Part 1. I've slain countless fallen, righted several injustices, helped those in need, but to no avail. To add insult to the injury, my core is still blue. For the god Sake, I'm over 300 years old. What am I doing wrong? She said, looking at Milia with envy. The Empress was in her early 30s, yet she already had a deep purple core and a body powerful enough to fight on par with an evolved monster. I wonder how the heck did he did it? Scarlet pondered. It's too bad not even my artifact can see through a guardian. I always wondered what kind of core they have. A wave of Ligane's hand made 2 armchairs appear, one for himself and the other for his guest. Excellent question. The short answer is, everything. If you want the long one, you'd better sit down. It will take a while. Scarlet rolled her eyes and prayed for a swift death before doing as instructed. To Scarlet, Ligane asked, first of all, since when were you a hero? Why would helping others trigger a tribulation? Tiras explained to me how tribulations work. The last one happened while I was seeking justice for my friends, so I thought that what Mogar wants from me is to do the right thing. She replied. That's absurd. What happened to Balcor was an injustice, yet he never experienced a tribulation. When the anomaly fought Nalir, he did the right thing, but again, no tribulation. They happen when something deeply rooted inside of you resonates with what Mogar wants. Mogar couldn't care less about right or wrong, fair or unfair. The only right thing you did was to leave your turf. Without hardships there's no growth. Then tell me, what does Mogar want from me? The idea of having wasted months of hard work frustrated her to no end. If I tell you, having a tribulation will become nigh impossible. Once you know, you would do the right things for the wrong reason, getting your prize. I suffered seeing Mogar's wonders disappear, and so did Mogar. That's how I became a guardian. If I started hoarding knowledge and creatures just to please the world, there would be no resonance between us. The feeling must be sincere, not cynical. Okay, fine, what about the blue core? Why am I stuck? She snarled. A blue core is the natural apex for most bodies. Very few can host a purple core because the mind, body, and mana must be in perfect sync. Up to the blue core, you only need to refine your body and lower the resistance it offers to the mana flow by removing impurities. A purple core, however, requires that even the mind must not be a hindrance. Using magic must become akin to breathing to you. Moving a finger or casting a spell should require you the same focus. Humans have a hard time getting a purple core because of their flimsy bodies, beasts because of their powerful bodies. We naturally tend to be reliant on brute strength, just like humans use magic even to wipe their own asses. So, it's just a matter of practice? Because I have studied magic for centuries. Scarlet was still confused. Not of practice, but of understanding the nature of magic. You make it flow instead of letting it flow. Ligan shook his head. Okay, I give up. Can you help me like you did for her? She pointed at Milia. I could, but that could hinder your path to guardianhood. You would learn my way of using magic instead of discovering yours. It could alter the way you perceive yourself in the world. What about the humans? Frustration was driving her insane. I've met a crazy head at the White Griffin with a purple core. How is it possible? Some creatures are born with a perfect mana body and a twisted mind. Only such individuals, if incredibly lucky, can host a purple core, yet it comes at a cost. In their case, the impurities left are a safeguard. If they awaken, they die because their bodies are synced to a static mana, not to a flowing one. Any advice? Scarlet stood up. The whole visit had felt like a waste of time to her. Yes, 1. Open yourself to the world. Laugh, cry, fall in love, hate, whatever you do it from the depths of your heart. Being a guardian requires staying true to oneself. As for the core issue, just stop thinking of magic as if it's not part of you. Every spell you cast, every item you forge master, it defines you. Just like the words you say or the decisions you make. Ligan stood up while offering her his hand. I always admired you for never forcing an awakening, not even for your friends. I don't know if you'll ever become a guardian, but I'm certain that you'll get a purple core in no time. Thanks for your wisdom, Scarlet said while smiling for the first time in months. Tron Woods, inside Solas's tower form. After dinner, Lith and Tista had left home for the mana geyser that would allow Solas to take part in their conversation. Once inside, Lith told his sister the truth about Kateria and his fight against the unknown awakened one. Then, he told her about his encounter with the empowered abomination. That thing wanted my crystal. The rest of the family is safe here in Lucia, but once you leave, you may become a target. This master could try to get you to force my hand, Lith said. Are you telling me to stay cooped up home? Tista was mildly annoyed. No, just to be careful. Remember what I taught you about abominations and keep your eyes open for black cores. If you're in danger, run. Lith was done protecting his sister from the truth. She was old and powerful enough to make her own choices. Thank you, lil brother. I'm glad you trust me so much. Tista had feared Lith would give her a paranoid speech to change her mind about her trip. You're welcome. Now, I need your advice. Once he had finished telling her about his first date and the blunder he made after being conferred Great Mage, Tista didn't know whether to laugh or cry. The good news is that she definitely likes you. Otherwise, instead of asking you to call her, she would have cancelled the date. The bad news is that if you don't handle things carefully, she'll expect a betrothal gift from you. I know, right? Solas chimed in. I told him to give her a nice present, but Lith's idea is insane. Hear me out before calling me crazy. Lith sighed. I can't give her a dimensional ring because it's too expensive, right? The simplest of Lith's creations was worth several gold coins, while military officers were paid in silver. At the same time, since I don't know what she likes, flowers or sweets would be impersonal and unimaginative. Don't forget cheap, Tista pointed out. Fine, cheap too. Two don't want to show off nor do I want to screw up again, so I thought about a compromise. Lith walked towards his forge mastering lab and disappeared for a couple of minutes before returning with what looked like a green breadstick.